I'm Natalie and this is James, and this is our home, Zephyr. We have been sailing around the world for the past 4 years, and now we have got a couple of stowaways on board. Meet Flint and Kira, 2 puppy Weimaraners that are joining the adventure. Subscribe and welcome to our channel, Sailing Zephyr. Alright everybody, so in this week's episode, there really isn't that much time before we actually leave the US forever. No, not forever, but for now. So there is a bunch of jobs we get done in this week's video. The main one being that we finally reveal the full installation of our transom, which I'm standing on right now. And you will get to see that in this video. You will also see us installing a new security system, among a bunch of other things. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the comment section.
Well, we're anchored in this beautiful sunrise bay, as you can see, and we are going to put the new logos on the front of the boat. So you remember we had them, we took them off for when we polished the hull and all that, so we're going to put the new ones on. They're a little bigger, which is cool, but first, because we've been motoring in the ICW, we have like a brown sort of mustache around the bow, so we're going to clean out all that off. We need something really cool to clean that off. What are we going to use? Total Boat's White Knight. So this is a stain remover. It gets rid of like any of the stains around like the water line, and I think anywhere else on the boat as well. We've used this already a couple times. It works great. It's like a jelly. Put it on and then just wash it off. Last Nat updated you was that the transom, we had to pull it off. The hinges bent. They were undersized. My fault. I've ordered new massive oversized hinges so we don't have that problem again. I'm going to do a couple of things to the transom to get it ready to put back on, because the bolt pattern will be a little bit different. So we're going to fill the old holes on the actual transom piece with some polyester resin, and then we'll put a little bit of paint just to touch up the holes. And we'll also put the name of the boat on the back of the transom. We haven't done that yet. We're so close to getting our transom in. Alright guys, it's a few hours later. I think the decal has dried enough. We can peel off the backing and see how good Zephyr's sticker looks. Let's have a look. You can see we just pull it back. But there you go, all done. Looks amazing. Now all we need to do is get this bad boy on the back of the boat. But yeah, pretty stoked. It looks great. Alright guys, we are crushing through our list of jobs here before we finally leave the States. And next on the list is something we're super excited about. Whoa! Alright, so this is our next latest and greatest gadget here on Zephyr, which is a remote security and monitoring device. Nat has been begging me for years to put something like this into the boat, and finally, with the help of the guys at BRNKL, we are going to install just that. So what is the BRNKL? Well, see how small this box is? Amazing. So what this is essentially a hub, and this hub monitors everything in the boat. We're talking batteries, ignition, temperature, humidity. It's got an external camera that it comes with that we're actually going to attach. GPS positioning, bilge pump, anything you can think of attaches to this device, and you can monitor all from an application on your phone. It's got GPS positioning. This now becomes our new anchor watch in a way, which is unbelievable. So we are going to set up the external video camera we're actually going to mount the video camera inside. It'll be a salon shot from behind me facing towards the door and out into the cockpit. It'll obviously be great for somebody who breaks in, steals all their valuables, something like that, and it'll watch the dogs. So we're also going to attach it to the battery, so we'll be able to monitor our battery power. And it comes with a GPS puck, which we will install outside. We're going to have global positioning, we're going to have humidity, temperature, video, and power monitoring. So super stoked, couldn't be better. Let's open it up and have a look, see how cool this thing looks. All right, so where are we gonna put our barnacle? So I thought a lot about this. Ideally, I wanted the video camera in the beginning to be outside. It was gonna be on the stern arch, facing down into the cockpit area, and you know, where the tender would be up on the davits. But because this camera that we've initially got only has a 2-meter cable, it's not gonna be long enough because the actual barnacle unit we wanna mount inside the boat. So we'll place the first camera in the boat until we get another one on a longer cord, like I think probably like a 10-meter or 15-meter cable. We're actually going to mount the barnacle at the base of the mast. Entire field of view of the boat here. It gives us obviously the view of the door, so anybody coming into this boat that's unwanted and wanted, I guess, will be captured on camera right there. All right, so I am going to get started with the installation. There you have it. It was a pretty easy install. The build lap should have been pretty cool. The only thing that was a little bit complicated, well, it wasn't actually really, because the Beneteau did something pretty cool, which is obviously all the cables that come down through the mast go through a conduit that come out over here where I've got some power, and they left a string in the conduit. So I just attached some cables, an extra string, pull them all through. So that took like a couple of minutes. I have mounted the barnacle unit here, as you can see. Looks pretty awesome. The camera fits exactly where I want it to. The cables are pretty hidden. I'm gonna fire it up now, and we'll fire up the app, and it can take up to 45 minutes for the feed to kick in, but we'll see how we go. What do you got going on there, hon?
So now with our new barnacle app, we can hit the app button and actually check on our boat. So the first thing I'm doing right now is just checking, since we're on land, we're not on the boat, I'm just checking to see if we are still within our geofence. So when we anchored, we actually set like an anchor alarm and set a geofence. And I'm just checking to see if we're still in the range, which we are.
So the boat's not dragging? The
boat's not dragging. So that's amazing that we're able to do that now on here. And then the other thing I can check is our house bank and see if it's all good, if it's still the same, and you can actually check it on over the last 7 days to see your dips and your highs and all that kind of stuff. So really good. The other thing that's super good on here is you actually get an alert that comes through if something has changed. So if your batteries are low, which is what we've got it hooked up to, then it will actually send you a message, an alert saying, hey, your batteries have dropped. And just a few days ago we got one, and it was because we had flipped a switch and our batteries dipped. And then also if you leave the geofence. And then the other thing that's really cool on here is if we take any photos, which it has night vision, by the way. So we took a couple of photos here that I'm showing you right now, and in the night, just to see what it would look like. So you can also check your photos that come up here. It's excellent because it's all in one app, and we can just go on here and check and get messages, alerts if something does happen. And it's great when you're off the boat because then you know what's going on your boat. So yeah, so good, especially when it's a bit windy and you're a bit worried.
Yeah. Then
it's really good. So yeah, super happy with this little piece of technology. We're really happy with it. So all right, we take a break midweek and our friends give us a cool tour around the Fort Lauderdale canals.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.
What have you got?
I don't know if I've ever been this excited for a toilet seat.
Times two.
Times two, we got two in this box. Yeah, so these are wood with an enamel over them. And the other ones, they just got old and all the enamel is wearing off. And instead of painting them, it was actually cheaper just to buy new ones. And they're good. So
they're exactly the same ones we had.
I don't think I've ever been... Can I get my head through it?
You woolly.
Our old toilet seats, you can see they're chipped. The tabs have all gone yellow. Yeah, all the screws are rusting, and so I will just replace them. Super simple. That is probably the quickest install of anything I have ever done in this boat, and it actually took the amount of time it should take. Because as we all know, any job on the boat always takes twice as long as what you expect. But that was perfect. All right, we'll do the other one, and that'll be it.
Good morning.
Already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking.
Yeah, so we have a big surprise. We have finally replaced our chop plotter. Thank you to all the amazing people that helped us out when we reached out to you in the community. So what have we got? Well, we couldn't upgrade to the most amazing, Raymarine Axioms or anything like that. But what we're doing is we're actually replacing it with the same one that we have. Some of you might go, "Ooh, you should have spent lots of money and got a newer, better one." But the great advantage of this is it's plug and play. No extra wiring. It's just swap out the old one for the new one. We couldn't be happier. It was within our budget. Thanks again to everybody that helped us out. This was not possible without you. So let's plug it in.
Looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche, we're on the run, this is what we waited for.
All right, well there we are. It was that quick. 4 screws out, 4 screws in. We're firing it up now for the first time. We'll just, touchscreen works perfect. Thumb dial works perfect, rotary works in and out, all the buttons working perfectly. I could not be happier. I actually already have the latest operating system saved, so I will load it into this one and update it, and then put all our presets back into it that we had on the other one. But again, a huge thank you to everybody that helped make this possible. Honestly, it really humbles us and makes us feel so loved when when the sailing community and non-sailing community people just reach down and help us out like this. So again, Natalie and I thank you so much. And now we're ready for the next 25,000 miles. Let's go.
Next week is our last week in the US, so we need to repair our leaking water tank and inspect the rigging before leaving for the Bahamas.
With me.